Reese, what are we talking about? What are we talking about?
Have you ever heard about the Canadian legend golfer Mo Norman? I know you look like a golfer. You love golf, don't you? Driving around in a BMW, cheating on your wife. You look like a golfer.
A, no, I've never heard of him. B, I can hit a ball like a motherfucker. I found out.
What about golf? Hey,
what's that? What's that movie? Adam Sandler movie.
Adam Sandler
movie.
Who's Adam Sandler?
The fucking Happy Gilmore. Happy Gilmore role. Yeah, I went to
oh, cool.
Way back in the day. In my 20s, I was brought to a driving range by some friends, and I've never done it before. And started whacking the balls, and I was hitting the balls out of the course, like out of the driving range entirely, like way, way, way past. And people were like, "How are you doing that?" I'm like, "I don't know."
I guess I could say. So what you're trying to say is, if you tried, you would be world champion. You just can't be bothered.
That's exactly it.
Yeah, that's good. Yeah. Just play the music.
What makes Canada boring?
Have you ever seen the flag? It's a leaf.
£1 million to go to Canada.
Canada is boring. I was actually shocked. I mean, from all the countries they could choose from.
Do you like maple syrup?
No, I don't. These Canadians ain't got a care in the world.
Get my country's name out of your fucking mouth.
I was like, oh, he's in Canada. All right. Okay, you communist.
The country needs you. I'm Canadian.
But don't feel bad for Canada. Believe me, this is their strategy.
I'll tell you another thing. Their beer sucks.
Don't run off to Canada. It's so boring there.
Hello and welcome to Canada's Boring. My name is Rhys Waters, and with me is the ball whacker Jesse Harley.
That's me.
That's how you just described yourself.
I know. The ball whacker. Yeah, the one.
And they're still arguably in the same context. So now this story, I came across this story. I never heard of him, and it's kind of amazing and inspiring, but also sad.
Oh,
not because there's a lot of love and support in this story, but then there's also a bunch of dicks who ruin things in a way.
Okay,
but it's a hell of a story.
All right.
Okay, so before we go into it, like there is no question that Mo Norman was neurodivergent, but that we never had a diagnosis.
Okay.
So like there's.
Are you diagnosing him?
I'm not diagnosing him. People have suggested things, but he never had like any kind of like assessment or anything. But based on his behavior and patterns, like a lot of people argue that, that neurodiversity was a particular kind of neurodiversity. So, not calling him anything or labeling him in particular, but it certainly explains like a lot of his kind of personal quirks and things. So,
okay. So, like, are you about to say that he was exceptionally good at golf due to his neurodiversity? Like,
no, he was exceptionally good at golf because he practiced like hell. I think. But also, like his brain. He was just a total kind of.
He could have been very good at it because of his.
Maybe it was part of it, but also it sounds like he just relentlessly practiced too. So he started practicing golf near his home using a bent branch for a club, and basically started to get good at golf with just a wooden branch.
Okay.
So
what's his name again?
As a kid, Mo Norman.
Mo. Okay.
Mo Norman, yeah. So you practice for 2 years. Ontario.
Okay.
So for two years.
Particular? You want to shout out?
It's not a big province. You can work it out.
No.
I think Kitchener. Sorry, I didn't have his hometown in my notes, but essentially, so he would practice with a bent lump of wood as a kid, and then eventually. When he was a cad, he was acting as a caddy on a golf course. Somebody gave him a 5-iron, which he bought for 10-cent weekly installments because this was the 1940s at the time.
Oh, okay.
So he had a golf club. He had a 5-iron, a used 5-iron that someone sold to him.
Okay.
So he would have kept his caddying job for many years because he just loved golf and being around the golf course. But he lost his job and got fired as a teenager because one of the golfers gave him a crappy tip, and he was so insulted that he threw the guy's golf clubs up into a tree. So I like it. I like him already.
I like him too.
But that didn't matter because now he had his 5-iron. He would practice every day, hitting hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of golf balls every single day, over and over and over and over. And he developed without any training or insight from any professional golfers or trainers. He totally developed his own technique that nobody else does. It's incredible. So his feet were much wider apart than most golfers.
He developed his own technique. That's kind of cool.
He never took a practice swing. It was always his first swing that he's hit.
Okay.
And he was incredibly powerful, like really strong. And the consistency of his practicing, by the time he was 19, he said he trapped his swing and he could land a golf ball exactly wherever he wanted to almost every single time.
Fuck off. Is that true?
With his 5-iron. Yes.
I don't know what a 5-iron is. Like, I know nothing about golf. What is
5-iron? I don't know. It's a fucking golf club. Yeah.
Well, you said you said it with like an air of like, you know what that is.
It's like it's not a driver. You know the big ones, the big lumpy ones. Again, too technical if you know the big lumpy ones. They hit it really far. The driver. It's not one of those. It's not the putter where you tap it in the flat bit at the end into the hole.
Yeah.
Again, sorry if I'm being too technical. It's the one in the middle where you kind of go, well, I'm not putting and I'm not driving. I needed to like do a middle distance.
Okay. This is the only club he'd ever use?
That's it was his upgrade from the wood.
No, but like playing a game of golf, he wouldn't have a bag of clubs. He'd have that.
He had his 5-iron, yeah.
And that's it.
That's what he practiced with, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So in 1949, Mo Norman traveled 100 kilometers from Kitchener, Ontario to a one-day event at the St. Thomas Golf and Country Club. He walked onto the course wearing a pair of sneakers, and he had now acquired 6 more clubs for the tournament. So he had 7 clubs.
Okay, there you
in
go.
like a tatty old bag, and he didn't have a caddy. He carried himself. And there were some like real amateur stars and golfers from that province. And he played quickly. That was the thing with him. He didn't take his time. He would just play the game as fast as he could and get through the entire course.
That's kind of funny. Like golf is supposed to be, leisurely. You're hanging out with friends and a big nice guy, and you could take the sport seriously, of course. But it's a beautiful, sort of terrain with trees and lakes and that sort of thing. And he's playing it like it's a timed sport. Like
exactly. So, because he was worried that he was going to get penalized for playing too fast because he was going through the course too quickly. It really stressed him out going slow on the course. So he would lie in the fairway and pretend to sleep because as if he had to wait too long for other golfers if the other golfers were being slow. So you're just going to have a lie down on the course, which is a thing I love. And he won the first tournament easily. He won it, but he was too shy to rub shoulders with the people at the awards dinner. So as soon as the winning round was recorded, he just went home. And he got a friend. A friend went to collect his prize and apologize at the awards dinner on his behalf.
Okay, that's kind of sad.
So it was established. His first tournament, he won easily, and he needed to make money because he wasn't a professional golfer at this stage. However, golf in tournaments, there were prizes, and whatever position you played in, you would get a specific prize. So often you would win a tournament and then you would sell your prize to cover the costs of going to the tournament. So
sorry, say that again. You do what?
So you would play in the tournament and you'd win a prize, and then you would sell the prize to make money.
So the prize was like made of gold or something, or
I don't know. It was the 40s. It could have just been like a brand new radio or something, or a TV set.
Oh, I see. Okay, I gotcha. Okay. It wasn't like a. I understand. Like the prize was something you could use. It's like something.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay.
So he
Not
would
like
make
a plaque or something.
He would make money, so he would look at the prize list before a tournament, and then he would find out what his friends wanted, and then he would play the game exactly what he needed to finish in that position because he knew exactly where the ball was going.
So like position, like if I came in 4th, I win a TV. My friend wants a TV. I'm
so
going
I'll
to come in 4th. Holy fuck. That's nuts. What?
So that's how we would make money from golf. He was basically winning prizes. He was that precise. He could put the ball exactly where he wanted. So well, I'm just going to do 3 on this course, and then I get the TV. So it was great.
That's insane. That's insane. How have I never heard of this man before? That's fucking
There needs to be a
crazy.
film made about his life.
There needs to be a lot of shit. I swear to God, some of the stuff that you talk about in Canada, I feel like at this point in our show, 5 years running, you're just starting to make this shit up. Like, who's going to check? Who's going?
You can't make this up. Like, it's crazy.
Just
So
waiting.
in 1955, he walked away with a Canadian amateur title, but people started to criticize him, saying that he wasn't serious enough because he dressed in a way where his clothes clashed. They didn't like his teeth. He hitchhiked.
I didn't like his teeth.
He hitchhiked to tournaments. Like, they would basically make fun of the way he dressed.
We had no money, right?
Well, yeah, he was kind of like doing this.
So this is. I'm curious about, like, I've already got questions about this. Hold on a second. I think that's better. I don't know. Oh no, there we go. I hit the wrong button. So, okay, and this is, I think, probably where his neurodivergency comes in to play. If he's that fucking good that he can decide what place he wants to come in ahead of time and just do it, and he was hitchhiking there, and he was like, he didn't have proper clothing. Clearly, he could have come in first place whenever the fuck he wanted and won some fairly decent money, but he chose not to. Like, I don't get it.
Well,
like,
this is what happened though. So because of his pre-selling of prizes, basically, people were saying that they were gonna take his titles away from him because he was kind of like gaming the system, which is shitty because he was just a really good golfer. So essentially, because
they were doing this because he was a really good golfer, and they didn't want him playing with them.
Yeah, maybe it was that. But anyway, whatever happens, he basically,
because you can do whatever the fuck you want. Like, here's a TV.
Yeah. So
you're not allowed golfing anymore unless you do what we tell you to do with that TV. Like, that doesn't make any sense. Like, you know what I mean?
Well, that's the thing. So
let me just say this: him showing up with like ratty clothes, hitchhiking to tournaments, and not taking the game seriously, that I can understand.
I think he was taking the game seriously. He just didn't behave like everybody else behaved.
Well, okay. I mean, but again, to play devil's advocate, which, as you know, I love to do, I think there is something to be said about like behaving the way a certain organization would prefer you to behave. You know what I mean? Like, there's just something about.
Yeah, but I mean, if like there's like,
hey, dude, we really take this game seriously. Can you please take this game seriously? Sort of thing.
Yeah,
like,
but that doesn't mean that he's not taking it seriously. Neurodivergence is like, you just don't see the world.
I understand neurodivergence, of course.
No, I know. We both got ADHD, but my point is that to him, like, is the flexibility on their part to go, maybe this guy just sees the world differently, and it's not a mark of disrespect. I mean, this was the 50s and the 40s,
right? Well, they wouldn't understand.
So this is like very much the attitude of the day. So we basically turned his back on amateur golf and went pro because he was like worried that he couldn't carry on gaming the system like he was. He was going to get kind of like kicked out. So he went pro, which meant that he had to then hit the road. So he got a car. He would store all of his stuff in the backseat, all his clothes in the backseat of his car. He lived in motels. He never kept a permanent home. He never had a date in life, much less kind of a regular companion in life. And he would basically, he would sneak back onto courses at night to sleep in the bunkers sometimes. He just kind of lived out of a car and lived on the road. Yeah, in the sand.
Oh. I mean, hold on. Wasn't he? How was he doing then? Because like, if he's winning professional tournaments, wouldn't that come with money?
Yes. Well, we'll get to that.
So why was he sleeping?
He was making money because he just didn't like it. He was just more comfortable there, I guess. Like,
so it wasn't a money thing. It wasn't
a money thing. It was more of a
I just never want to leave this golf course.
He just didn't want a house. He never wanted a house. So he then went south to America to play in the New Orleans Open, and he put like 4 strong rounds in. And he was leading the entire event against all these other professional golfers in the age. So like, this guy from Canada who had his quirks turned up at this, major tournament and was upsetting everyone because he He swung totally different from everybody else. He did everything differently from everybody else, but was winning the event.
That's funny. That makes me happy that that's upsetting people.
But well, no, 100%. But
that's great.
But because he was upset in the balance of things, he was cornered by a group of professional golfers, and they basically kind of like started to bully him, like corner him and bully him.
On the field?
Yeah. No,
the
in
course.
the clubhouse quietly. They cornered him and basically like criticized his clothes, how he looked, how he acted, all this kind of stuff, basically saying like, really, really mean stuff. And apparently totally broke him.
Oh, that's really sad.
Basically made it clear to him that who he was and how he acted, if that carried on, he wasn't welcome, like at that level. And that was the last time he ever played outside of Canada.
Oh, but he kept playing in Canada.
Yes, but you think he could have like been a global golf star,
a phenomenon, right? Yeah, that's really sad.
So he left the clubhouse and then headed back and would never tour America again. And then from then on, he played. There's
only one reason that bullying
close to home in Ontario
exists and persists to this day, and that it's because it's effective, and it's allowed to exist. And I think there should be my friend Ryan, who famously does not listen to this show. Famous between him and
Ryan.
Yeah, famous between him and I. As a little inside joke, he just doesn't give a shit. He was a bully's bully in high school.
So he'd bully the bullies.
He would bully the bullies. He was this large. He still is a very large, tall, muscular man. And in high school, he was still the same. And he would find the bullies, and he would bully the shit out of them. And it was amazing. We need more bullies. So
We do. So Norman then played just in Canada, but he was like,
I am glad to hear that he continued playing. I was worried that was like the end of he was just done, but he was okay.
He was the Canadian PGA champion in like 1966, 1974. He won the Canadian Seniors PGA Championship every year, but one between 1979 and 1987.
Wow.
And he constantly set course records. He had
hold on. Whoa. Let's go back. You said he won every single one except for one. There was one where someone beat him.
Yeah, between 1979 and 1987.
Who beat him?
I don't know, but I mean, everyone has off days. Like he was very good at consistently getting the ball where he wanted. But so he hit an all-time lowest score on 33 golf courses.
Say that again. He what?
Hit the all-time lowest scores on 13 different golf courses.
Oh, right. For a second,
he played 13 different golf courses and got the record at all of them.
That's amazing. That's amazing. It's kind of astounding that nobody I don't know how golf works. Like, do they have agents?
You hit the ball, it goes in a hole.
No, but do they have managers or producers or? Oh, yeah, that's funny.
I'm sure. I think they have agents.
Like someone to scoop them up. Like, hey, we're gonna take you around to the world and make a whole bunch of money, pal. Just follow me. I know how this works. Do you know what I mean? Like,
that's the thing, though. I guess maybe because of the attitudes of the age, he wasn't a sellable asset.
You're squeezing your left hand there. Are you?
Oh, no, I was cracking my knuckles.
I thought you were because you made the joke earlier. Yeah.
No, so because he probably wasn't sellable because he wasn't like the straight-laced kind of Suede style.
But even by the 70s, well, you're saying he was a senior in the 70s, but I guess still even then, it's strange that no one would want to scoop him up and try to make money from him. No, that's
and as he got older, he obviously didn't play golf as much anymore, but he did find financial security when Natural Golf, an instruction company, sponsored his demonstrations for a few $100s per event, and he would do exhibitions across Canada of how he hit the ball. And then in 1995, Titleist Golf Balls, the ball company, Titleist, they gave him a lifetime contract of $5,000 a month because they heard he'd told a reporter that Titleist had never done anything for him in his entire life. And
what does that mean?
Well, he'd only used Titleist golf balls for 40 years, his entire career.
Oh, Oh, wow.
And he'd never had any endorsements, never had anything from them. And the president of Titleist heard this interview and was like, right, we're just going to give you $5,000 a month for life,
Oh,
which is nice.
I was really worried that he was going to live in poverty in his senior years after his, that was.
No, well, that's what he was heading. But luckily, like,
that's really nice.
Again, like I said, there's bad guys and good guys in this story.
Right. Oh, that's really sweet. Okay.
And then in September 2004, Norman died in a hospital in Kitchener from heart failure. He'd had issues with his heart in later life. And a Titleist driver was placed in his coffin with him when they buried him. They found
that's nice. That's all so nice, though. The heart attack's not nice, but you know what I mean.
He was old, but what a life.
What a life. And the way you described it at the beginning of the story, I thought it was going to be way sadder.
No, but you think his potential was realized, but it could have been realized more, if you see what I mean.
For sure, yes. Yeah.
It wasn't that his talent was wasted. He had a lot of achievements, but at the same time, like it could have been unlimited. Like he could have been like a more family friendly Tiger Woods. Anyway, so when he died, they found in the trunk of his car 1,000 loose golf balls, most of them Titleist Pro V1s, 10 pairs of golf shoes, various irons, and $20,000 in cash hidden throughout the car because he didn't like banks.
I don't blame him. I also don't like banks. I would be using cash more if it weren't for Interact, like the debit sort of.
Exactly.
It's just so ridiculously convenient. And I hate change. But anyway, that's a side note. That's a very good story. It's a great story, and I like the fact that he died. He had $10,000, so that means he wasn't
20.
poor.
20,000
hidden in his car.
Do you want to do a quick STD zone?
Yeah, let's do it.
You are now entering the STD zone. Incoming STD. Loading small talk. Enhancing anecdotes. Dick jokes processing. You have reached the small talk dimension zone.
My quick STD zone story. I went to McDonald's. I went to Tim Hortons, and I tried. This is a public safety announcement. I tried the Ryan Reynolds egg box. Ryan's box of eggs.
What is this?
Ryan Reynolds does an egg box in Tim Hortons. It's just a box of like scrambled eggs or something. I don't know.
It's the first I've heard of this. I haven't been to Tim Hortons in a long time.
Anyway, I don't recommend it because thanks to Ryan Reynolds, I had what can only be described as final boss diarrhea. I don't know if Ryan's laying the eggs himself, but
Ryan is trying quietly.
Thanks, Ryan Reynolds.
Ryan is trying quietly to rewrite his public image right now because of everything that's going on with Baldoni and his wife. Have you heard of this?
Oh, I don't know. I get bored of it.
It's fascinating
because text messages made him look like a bit of a weirdo, like a kind of creepy nice guy. Is that what it was?
No, it was so like again, I followed it because it was just juicy drama, right? But like I don't know everything, and it's still ongoing. So like apparently there was like Blake Lively is Ryan Reynolds' wife, and she was making a movie with someone Baldoni. I forget his first name. It was a romance movie, and she complained afterwards that like he was basically being very aggressive on set, unnecessarily so. And he's like, "What are you talking about? No." And she's like filed a suit against him, and he's like, "What the fuck?" And so he filed back, and they've been doing this for like a year. And she was saying like he'd sent creepy, like a lot of her case was based off of him sending like really creepy texts to her, and he was like, okay, and he just gave up all of his texts. Like, here are the texts, go to town, world. Like he just to everybody. He's like, here you go. I didn't say what you're saying I said at all. Here are all of the texts. Just make of it what you will. And the world was like, oh shit. Oh, he wasn't lying. Oh, like what the fuck's going on here? And like nobody really knows. It's still kind of like up in the air. It's just a fascinating drama.
I hate this tabloid stuff. Anyone I know who's had tabloid stuff written about them, all they do is go, this was like, most of this wasn't true. And people write news stories like in so I kind of veer away from those kind of things because it's like I've always found you develop an opinion and then some new thing releases,
right?
And then you develop a new opinion.
Well, that's what it's just like a fun. It's like I don't really care. It's just a fun little sort of juicy gossip, right? But the point is, like, so it seems like. And that Blake Lively was exaggerating the truth or just straight up lying is kind of where it's going. Now, I don't know. Maybe someone can correct me if I'm wrong. I don't really care. Like I said, it's just juicy gossip.
Well, and his eggs give you diarrhea. That's the news story.
Well, Ryan Reynolds,
willing to provide
being a loving, supporting husband, was supporting his wife. And now that the internet is against Blake Lively.
Is that the whole thing about them trying to make it seem like he was a bad guy because he was supporting his wife?
Exactly. Yeah. So now he's trying. He doesn't talk about it. He just doesn't talk about it. He just does like commercials and
he's too busy making money.
Wait, he's insanely rich.
He doesn't need to get involved in that kind of stuff. He also doesn't need to endorse egg boxes that give you diarrhea. I'll be honest.
I have a golf story.
Okay.
And it's been years that like I don't like. I'm about to confess to doing something very illegal.
Did you steal a golf course?
But like, I feel like if like it wouldn't hold up in court, I'd just be like, oh, it's a podcast. I just lied about it. You know?
Okay, so Jesse is lying. Go on, lie.
I am lying about what I'm about to say.
Yeah, tell us your lie.
My friends and I, this is like mid 2000s, we went to a local golf course after dark, and we broke in, and there's a big truck that goes along and collects all of the golf balls. These, I don't know how it does it, but it does it. And but the problem with it is that its tires will run over golf balls and push them into the dirt. And so we broke into this golf course at night, pitch black, and we went around and we dug up with spoons dozens and dozens and dozens of golf balls that had been pushed into the dirt. And then we went down to the Dartmouth.
Wasn't a lot to do in your town, was it?
No. We went down, we had like, God knows, a couple hundred golf balls in a sack, and we had some golf clubs, and we had some kerosene, and we went down to the Dartmouth waterfront, and we doused the balls on fire and hit them at the boats in the harbor. It was a lot of fun. That's what you do when you're a kid. It was great. It was great fun.
See, you used to be able to get away with stuff like that 20 years ago, but these days now you'd be on the internet as like,
right.
You'd be big trouble.
I think that was, God knows how long ago. Was that in the 90s? That might
kids,
have been the 90s.
There was a golf course near where I grew up, and some kids would skinny dip in the ponds and get the balls out of the water.
Why skinny dip though? Like, why is that a necessary part of the
strip down to their underwear and they dive in this like muddy cold water just to retrieve golf balls?
Cool.
And then and I'm like, why? Because
it's fun, Reese.
Make a rope swing. I don't know. Play tag.
It's anyway. Not I don't know.
Anyway, well, thanks everyone. If you've enjoyed this, then go and support us on Patreon, patreon.com/CanadaIsBoring.
Reese is going to start a thing where at the end of every patron episode, he's going to start reading off all of the patrons, and it's going to take 15 minutes.
It's great.
So if you want to sit by and just listen to that at the end of every fucking patron episode, feel free to join and add your name to the list, I guess.
Betsy Jones, Betsy Evans, Charles, Dean, Egbert, Francisco.
Egg-Butt Francisco, yeah.
Egg-Butt Francisco, yeah.
That was a great story. I really
great,
like that.
Yeah. I recommend. And again, I've glossed over it. There's a ton more there. So go check out the life of Mo Norman and Canadian icon we all should know about. So bye everyone.
Bye everybody. Thanks for joining us and sticking us in your ear holes just the way you like it. And if this has been released before Halloween, don't forget that we're gonna have a scary, spooky Halloween
You
episode
make you
coming
shit
up.
your pants.
Yeah, or maybe this will be released after Halloween, and this doesn't make any sense. Who knows?
I don't know.
Is
We'll
that-
work
is-
it out. Let's see
Is
what
that?
happens.
Are you drinking out of a stupid, sexy Trudeau mug?
I am.
That's fantastic. If you want to, I don't know if you've seen this on YouTube, but if you want to buy a stupid, sexy Trudeau mug like the one Reese is modeling with right now,
Go in
you
the
can-
link on the show notes. Go on the link. Go and buy some merchandise.
That's right, and send us a
Stupid,
photo
he's
of
sexy,
you.
He's Trudeau, and he's currently fucking Katy Perry. Bye, everyone.
Bye.
Super they cool, they much too polite.